Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest XI S2D Definitive Edition. We're here with creepy Rab, so we're gonna follow that bunny girl up here. Is she in here? I can't find the little girl.
There you are, Your Majesty. I've been looking for you everywhere. You must remember me telling you that you had an important audience scheduled. It's almost time. Hurry up on over to the throne room. Prepare yourself.
In here? Where's the throne room? Isn't this the throne room? These are the thrones. Get out of the way, nurse. Ugh.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Princess Eleanor would tear strips off me if I let anyone into her private chambers. I must have missed her, actually. I wonder where she went off to.
Oh, there ye are, Your Majesty. The Chief Minister is waiting for ye by your throne. Perhaps ye can retire to your chambers after you've spoken with him. Oh, and don't worry, I'm keeping a careful eye on your line collection of gentlemen's literature. The maids won't be throwing it away on my watch. Oh, Rab, you perverted old man. Where the heck? Isn't this the throne room? Take a seat until the audience begins. Yes.
But I trust you well, Father. Eleanor, Irwin, it is you, and you're young again. What's going on?
Your Majesty, please forgive my insolence in speaking in personal audience with you today. I come before you not as the head of the business's honor guard, but as my own man.
Oh, I mean, very well, state your business.
Well, you see, the thing is, I wish to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Erwin.
And I thought, but the soldier and all too aware of my own lowly position, nevertheless I must persist. For there is one thing of which I am certain, my soul arm is steadfast and my heart unwavering. There is no man alive who will love, honor, and protect your daughter as I can. Your Majesty, I place my faith in your hands. Will you allow me to continue to serve and protect your daughter, not as the head of her honor guard, but as her dutiful and loving husband?
Aye. I can hardly turn you down after that little performance, can I, laddie? To tell you the truth, I always had an inkling you two might one day be wed.
Oh, Father.
It's up to you now, Erwin. Don't disappoint me, you hear? But thank you, Your Majesty, thank you.
Who's cheering?
Crivens, where'd the spring form, lassie? And where'd everybody gone?
Tee-hee-hee, you and your little trip down memory lane? Well, it's not over yet.
Aye, what's this wee lass gonna do? Let's go in our bedroom. With the maids throw away my pornos.
Achoo! Forgive me, Your Majesty. The maid who brings you dinner dropped a pot of pepper, and now I cannot stop sneezing. Just hope none of it's dropped into the Queen's room. I'm sure she's having a hard enough time as it is. Achoo!
Pile of sage's elixir.
Oh God, I made a right decision letting Erwin take over. Ever since he's become king, he's done everything possible to make Yggdrasil a better place. Of course, there were those who weren't happy with that he allowed everywhere near the throne, him not having any royal blood and all. But I'd be surprised if he's not won them all around by now. After all, they're lucky to have such an honest, loyal young king who works so tirelessly for the good of the kingdom. Though I suppose it's Eleanor who should get all the credit, really. She's the one who chose him after all. Aye, she's always been a canny one, and thanks to her wisdom I can start enjoying my retirement. Ugh, Ugh, this queen seems like a bark.
There you are, Lord Robert. I was hoping I might have the chance to speak with you or something about the child was born. Before the child was born, well now. So it's the day of my grandson's birth, is it? Now there's a thing. Your Majesty? Sorry, lad. You were saying there was something you wanted to discuss. Aye, it's the child's name. I've been having trouble thinking of anything suitable. So much trouble that it's been distracting me for everything else, if I'm honest. I was wondering if you might see a way to reprise in your role as king for a wee while so I can have some time to think it over. Thank you so much. You'll not have much to do, I promise. There are just 2 items on the agenda for today. The first is something you're more than used to, receiving those who seek a royal audience and giving them counsel. The chief minister will be on hand to help you with most of the pressing issues. The second is to make the rounds of the castle and assist anyone who needs their aid. The idea of the king aiding his subjects directly was, of course, something you yourself initiated during your reign. I'll be by the fountain downstairs. It's where I do my best thinking. Once you've taken care of the day's business, please come and find me. I'm truly grateful to you for agreeing to do this. Ah, so stupid.
Now let us commence with today's itinerary. As you know, your role is to hear out those who become before you and use your wisdom to give counsel to the representative of the crown of Yggdrasil. Your Majesty, let me first express to you my gratitude for granting me this audience. I have traveled all the way from the kingdom of Snivelheim to seek it. The matter I wish to bring before you today has been greatly exercised the rule of my land. You very much desired to seek the counsel of the crown of Yggdrasil, paragon of peace and prosperity.
Go on.
It regards a royal treasure that has been handed down from generation to generation of our royal line. It is known as the Blue Orb, and alas, it has vanished, presumed stolen. King Gustav has used every means at his disposal to try to identify the thief and recover the most precious heirloom, but to no avail.
Oh my gosh, King Gustav? You mean the ghost we saw in Minish Cap? That I don't know if that episode comes out after this or before it.
However, a list of likely culprits has been identified, 4 to be precise. Sadly, there is insufficient evidence to conclusively identify the thief, and so we find ourselves at an impasse.
So you need to whittle down your list of suspects, but you've no clear means by doing so. Alright, let's have a wee think. The first thing is to identify the likely motive. What reason might the person have to want to get their mitts on this blue orb?
Why am I selecting this?
A treasure like that would bring in a pretty penny, I'll warrant. Aye, that'll be why the thief did it now. Next, we've to consider the matter of means. You cannot just walk in off the streets and help yourself to the pride of the royal treasure house. So what kind of person would have done it? An expert lockpicker or a master of disguise? Aye, that'll be it. The thief must have disguised himself as a god or such like and strolled right in without anyone looking at him twice, which leads me to conclude that our culprit is an experienced professional thief. Go back and line up your suspects. Tell them that the orb they stole was a fake and that whoever took it must have been an amateur and a fool. Any innocent party will surely see the funny side, but one person certainly won't crack a smile, the veteran whose skill you've called into question.
A marvelous display of deductive reasoning, Your Majesty. With your blessing, I shall return to Snivelheim and inform King Gustav of your counsel. This is your final judgment on the matter, I take it? The King of Snivelheim owes a great debt, Majesty. I shall journey back there immediately and share your shrewd insights with the King.
The envoy from Snivelheim hurries home looking very pleased indeed.
I must commend you on your wise counsel, Lord Robert. Your advice would doubtlessly lead to the unmasking of the rogue who stole the treasure. Now shall we move on to the next matter? Very good, Your Majesty. Then without further ado, let me present you with the next problem requiring your attention. The Sultan of Gallopolis salutes the kingdom of Yggdrasil and all of its people, and sends this a massive pin by this most exalted hand. Your Majesty, I trust that this message finds you well. Word of the continued triumphs and glories of your kingdom reaches us on a daily basis. In truth, I write seeking your counsel for this very reason. You may know the Sultanate has suffered a prolonged heat wave. The land is parched, and we fear for this year's harvest. As ruler of the realm of plenty, I beseech you, share with us the secrets of your prosperity, that we might avert disaster. I await your reply by return of writer. Your humble servant, the Sultan of Gallipolis. The message ends there. I did not wish to pursue you, Your Majesty, but His Excellency the Sultan was most desirous of a swift response. Ah, it sounds like you have got yourself in a pretty pickle over here, huh? Well, I'd better see what I can do to help then, hadn't I? Drought prevention advice, eh? Can't say it's a problem I've ever faced over here this way, I'm honest. Well, let's start with the basics, shall we? If I'm to write a reply, I'll need to decide on the tone of the first letter first. Aye, that's probably the best way to go, eh? Now to the tricky part. What to do in a drought. Let's weigh in the options. Right, that's it. I've got it. Quick, take this down before I forget. Yes, Your Majesty. Ready when you are. My dear Sultan, I understand your kingdom is suffering a great searingly hot weather. No doubt sales of ice cream and swimsuits are going through the roof. Of course, I do not wish to make light of your predicament. I simply wish to show you that by changing the way you think about something, you can turn a crisis into an opportunity. What I suggest is that you inspire your people to think of radical new ways of cooling down. Leave it to their imaginations and see what they come up with. Hopefully it will involve swimsuits and lots of them. That's the one. Get that all written up in your best fancy handwriting, one of those nice scrolls. A marvelous missive, Your Majesty, if you don't mind me saying. Now, just to confirm, you're happy for me to write down what you said and send it off to the Sultan? Yeah. Excellent. We'll send it back to Gallipolis with a lie right away. Now, shall we have them send in the visitor next? Yes. Very good, Your Majesty. And without further delay, let me present you with the next problem that requires your attention. As I'm sure you're aware, there are pluralistic tournaments being regularly in town of Octagonia, where fighters with all four corners of the world compete to prove their worth. Naturally, there is no shortage of young hopkins keen to present Yggdrasil in the next grand event in the sky. And to that end, I wish to present you with our kingdom's 3 final candidates. Who better than a fighter man like yourself, Lord Robert, to assess that potential? If it please Your Majesty, could you step forward and pick the one you think might be a champion in the making? Typical discerning choice, Your Majesty. This fellow is blessed with the rarest fighting talent, luck. He's made it through all of his qualifying bouts without conceding a round. I'm afraid I'm not exactly brimming with confidence, Your Majesty, but if you pick me, I'll cross my fingers really, really hard and I hope for the best. So come on, what do you say? No. Oh, I don't blame you, to be honest. I mean, who picks the 97-pound weakling to represent their kingdom? Oh well, I guess my luck finally ran out. A fine joke, Your Majesty. I knew discerning eyes like yours would keep champions for his tough. Your brother's brilliant in brute strength and he can shred steel with his bare hands. You're picking me, yeah, that's pure brilliant. This is, you won't regret my appointment will, though. So whatever you say, yeah. I'm Mason, I won't let you down. I promise I'll tell those drop weed yachts limb from limb and to tender so proud. Just you what you see. Marvelous work, Your Majesty. Just to confirm, you're happy with this? What is the point of this? Does this affect something in the game? I don't want to read anymore. This is too much reading. And before you depart, allow me to say that it is an absolute pleasure to witness your work today. Blah, blah, blah. Words, words, words. Where's that bunny girl?
Your Majesty, you were always known as a wise ruler, one who knew a little too many things about... Don't mind. I'd very much like to ask you some questions in order to see your formidable intellect at work. So what do you say? Will you indulge me? Why, thank you, Your Majesty. Now without further ado, let me set you some posers. All I require is that you and your infinite wisdom supply me with a simple yes or no, and the response to each. Ready? Here we go! Yes or no. You, Lord Robert, are in fact the youngest of the three brothers. Yes. Correct. That was too easy, was it? Let's give you a sterner challenge for the second question. Here it comes. The purple orb is one of the royal treasures of Sniffelheim. No, the blue orb is, you fart. The Drazilian sovereign we are used as currency in our kingdom is worth 10 Drazilian shillings. No.
Oh, why does this have to do with anything? $10 shillings. Sultan of Gallopolis has a single son upon whom he dotes excessively. Yes? What is the point of this? What was the point of that? You just do it over and over again. Where am I supposed to be going with this? Okay, can we go see the queen yet? I feel like they didn't animate the queen, so they won't let you see her. Alright, let's go into another part of the castle. Oh, Lord Robert, your timing is almost uncanny. I've just a second to manage to come up with a perfect name for the new baby at last. Without you, I wouldn't have had the time to properly mull it over. You have no idea how much of a help you've been. Since we both finished our business for the day, why don't you head back to the throne room and wait for the good news?
Your Majesty, Lord Robert, the new arrival is here.
Oh, already?
Congratulations, Your Majesty. It's beautiful bouncing baby boy.
A boy.
Look, Erwin.
Ah, he's a fine wee chappie, and what a set of lungs. You better hurry up and give him a name before he screams the place down. We were wondering what you thought about it, Erdrick.
Oh, it's beautiful. It sounds clever and brave, and yes. But I'd rather set my heart on something else, you know? What do you think of the initials PEW?
Oh, well, it's nice, but it wouldn't exactly be my first choice. But if that's the name you've chosen, my love, then that's the name you shall have. Mighty Yggdrasil has blessed us with this beautiful boy. And from this day forth, he shall be known as Pew.
A great nice ring to it, hasn't it? Now why don't you give your son a cuddle? Goo goo gaga!
Hello, wee one. I'm your grandpa. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What the?
Having fun?
How are you doing this? These places, these memories, they feel so real.
Stop moving your eyebrows.
Why is so quiet? Where did everybody go? They can't have left without telling me, can they? What's all this then?
Happy birthday, Grandpa!
Get away! It's you!
You surprise! You didn't suspect a thing, did you? We all worked extra hard to keep it a secret.
Happy birthday, Lord Robert. We've had Gondolia's finest pastries working day and night on your cake here. Trust it will be to your taste.
Many happy returns, Father. May you live a long, joyful life watching your grandson grow into a fine young man.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have.
Congratulations, Your Highness. The people of Yggdrasil are eternally grateful for all you've done to make this such a happy and peaceful place to live. Hear, hear, and we'll do everything we can to keep it happy and peaceful under King Erwin too.
Ugh, that's my boys.
So this is a alternate reality where the castle didn't burn down? I don't understand.
Aye, and a great big happy birthday from ye, all the lads and lassies down the tavern, eh? Don't forget to send word when you've got a new edition or two to the royal collection of gentlemen's periodicals, will you, my bag man? My people, oh, how I love them.
You're not crying, are you, Grandpa? Is something the matter?
No, laddie, everything's perfect, just perfect.
Oh no, the guard fell down, he's drunk. What am I supposed to be doing?
The heartiest of happy birthdays to you, old friend. Yggdrasil has always been a friend of Gallopolis. We owe you a great debt for the help you offered us when we were beset by drought. Your ideas of devising new ways for my people to cool down was inspired. It led to a new dance craze that helped keep everyone's spirit up. Oh, and the swimsuit sale went through the roof.
Happy birthday, old friend. There shall be many more yet to what I've done. No doubt. Oh, and thank you once again for your invaluable advice regarding that terrible blue orb business. When we told the suspect that the orb was fake, the culprit was so shocked that he collapsed in a tearful heap on the floor. It really was the most marvelous ruse.
Who was it? Who stole it?
Any other stranger matters? I brought some of my foreign mates from Octagonia to help us celebrate in style. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for picking me to represent Yggdrasil in the ring. I'm only sorry I didn't manage to come back with this trophy. Guess I wasn't quite as tough as I thought. Still, I learned a lot from my experience at the School of Hard Knocks, and now I've got a half-decent grappler, even if I do say so myself, and I owe it to you for giving me my big break.
Cool.
Come on, Grandpa, follow me. Everyone loves you, Grandpa. All of these scholars were telling me how clever you are. You're amazing.
Ugh, don't get away with you. I don't want to get a big head, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to mix with those bookish types, Pew. A king has to know a lot of things.
I'll show you, Grandpa. I'm going to study hard until I know as much as you do. Now let's go over there. Come on, Grandpa.
I already talked to these people.
Look, Grandpa. Look at all these beautiful girls.
Aye, there is in no doubt about it. You take after your old grandpa, huh?
What do you mean?
Never you mind, laddie. You'll find out soon enough.
Alright, now let's see what's over here. Come on, Grandpa. Whoa! Grandpa, look at his muscles. He looks so strong. I want to look like that one day.
Well, I didn't know if you'll ever look quite like that, but you'll be tough, alright. You're a grandson after all, and I'm no pushover.
Yeah, I can't wait to grow up and be a big, strong leash like you, Grandpa. We'll protect everyone in Yggdrasil, you and me and Dad. It's been lots of fun walking around with you, Grandpa, but I'm getting hungry. I know. How about a slice of cake? It was my idea to have the biggest birthday cake ever!
The Yggdrasil hasn't been destroyed, and Eleanor and everyone are living here happily with their boy? Well, whatever this place is, whatever's going on, I know it cannot be real. But by golly, I could stay here forever. Oh, my poor wee soldier's fallen down. Oh, there, wee man. There's no need for that. That's it. It's all coming back to me. We were defeated, and then the darkness came. When I woke, I was all alone. I prayed that my pals were still alive, but I knew I couldn't rely on that. So I set out to find a way of taking the Lord of Shadows by myself. Yes, so I sought out Grandmaster Pang. I was trying to convince her to train me, but that means all of this must be.
What's the matter, Grandpa?
I'm sorry, laddie. I've somewhere I need to be, things I need to be doing.
Oh, what? You mean you're leaving?
Aye, that's right. I hate to go, really I do, but maybe one day you'll understand. You'll be a good boy now. Something tells me you'll do just fine. Get out of the way, Bunny.
What's the matter, Your Majesty? You aren't seriously about to leave a party at the full swing, are you? Boundless happiness awaits me here, you know? Joy, laughter, and all manner of wonderful surprises. Are you really willing to leave it behind?
Yeah.
I can give you what you want, Your Majesty, but can I ask you what you want?
Because I have more important things to be doing. There's a world needs saving while I'm dallying here in Dreamland. Lovely as it is, I should be toughening up, not going soft in the head. I need to be with Grandmaster Pang, learning how to defeat the Lord of Shadows, and I need ye to take me to it right now. After all
the effort I went to, honestly, do you think I would like dressing up as a bunny-eared bimbo?
Grandmaster Pang, you cannot be serious. It was you all along? Wait, this is...
When bright brand bores through heaven's doors, the sun shall rise o'er the darkened skies, and banish night with holy light.
Welcome to the place where your lost souls gather, the place between worlds. This is the void, and you are courageous indeed to have ventured here. Not all of my students would dare.
It's an honor to see you again, Grandmaster.
Contentment is complacency. Happiness is inertia. You did well to refuse its temptation.
So it was all a test then?
Indeed it was, but you were not deceived by my illusions. You were not seduced by the fantasy of an easier escape. It's a start.
Yes, pass with flying colors. So you'll train me, eh?
You still have not learned to listen, I see. I said it was a start. There is work to do if you are to prove yourself worthy.
You what?
You must show me that you have not been neglecting of your training, that you have been diligent in your daily practice, and there's only one way to truly make sure of that.
No, not the naughty stick, and you've been taking the wheel in 2 of them. I see, oh crivens. I'll not get out of this without a bruise or 2. But if that's what it takes, then so be it. Do your worst.
Do I have any attacks?
'Cause snooze.
What the heck should I use?
Ooh, I'm pepped. How come when they're pepped in this? What's the point of them getting pepped in this if they can't even do anything? Zamel. Sheesh. The desperate attack. Oh. What? Crap. Mine out of the gutter. Grandmaster Pang's spell resistance increases slightly. They have magic that I can... more evil. Zamel seems to be the best move, I don't know. Wish I could get a critical hit. Oh no. He's on fire. I'm gonna run out of magic. What is happening? Am I supposed to lose this fight? Am I just increasing?
I don't understand what's happening. Oh, she died. Sorry, she can't train me anymore. 7,200.
Ha ha!
Perhaps you have not been so lazy as I fear, but you are still not ready.
Where
Still, your resolve is clear. You have shown me how much you are willing to endure in order to take on the Lord of Shadows. Perhaps you are as ready as you'll ever be.
You're serious? You mean it's time?
It is. You will be trained in the most closely guarded secrets of our art. But were you to undergo the full course of study, the physical body you have left behind would wither and die. As such, your training must be accelerated, and the work of years condensed into mere days. But it will not be easy. Are you ready to open the gates of hell and see what lies beyond? You'd had better be.
You bet I am. I've the best teacher here. There it is to guide me, and I'll gladly follow her wherever she leads me.
I am very happy to hear it.
By the way, the whole bunny girl thing, you were more than a mite convincing, Grandmaster, I have to say. I could have sworn you'd swanned in straight off the cover of a vintage issue of the Ogler's Digest.
There's no more to me than meets the eye, you know. I was too young once again. I too was young once upon a time.
Hang on a minute. What do you mean by that exactly?
Do not question your master. You have training to do. We'll make it easy to begin with. 10,000 push-ups on your knuckles.
10,000?
Alright, so that's the end of Rab's journey, so that's where we're gonna stop for this episode. So remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell to be notified of future videos, and we'll see you next time where we start the actual Act 1. See you guys then. Bye!